Voices in my head know me, call me. I will be restless. Somehow they chose me.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the MindCatcher's channel. I'm going to start off this look using my e.l.f. eyeshadow primer. Alright guys, the next thing I'm going to do is use my NYX concealer jar. I always called this a base, and I'm sorry about that guys. This is a concealer. They sell them in jars on the NYX website, and this is in the shade Tan. So I'm going to apply that at the top part of my lid, right underneath the brow bone, just to clean it up a bit. Alright guys, I'm going to use this light shade right here. It's like a tan eyeshadow. I'm not quite sure where I got it from, and it doesn't have a name in the back, but if you have something about that color, we're going to use that as our brow bone highlight. Now later on guys, I might just add a little bit of shimmer on top of that, but we'll see as we go on. The next thing I'm going to do is add a little bit of Oktoberfest. This one is from Coastal Scent, one of our favorite transition colors for women of color. Now guys, this is a blush palette. This is from e.l.f. and it's in the shade Dark. So I think this blush palette works very well for women of color, and I think it was only about $6. I found it in Walmart, I think. But anyway, I'm going to use this darkest shade here in the palette and just working on the outer corners here. I'm using the same brush. This is a Coastal Scents 250. It's very, very close to the MAC 217. So if you're looking for a nice little brush and you don't want to spend a whole lot of money, check out the Coastal Scents website. They have some nice blending brushes. I think I have about 5 of these. Alright guys, so on the main lid here, I'm going to be using a deep dark blue, and it's coming from Stilazzi. This is one of their gel liners, and this is in the shade Sapphire. So I'm going to use that as a base before I put on the dark blue eyeshadow. And as you can see, it's a very pigmented blue. Very, very nice. And that's just acting as a base for the actual blue eyeshadow I'm going to put on my lid. Okay, so I've done one eye. Now the trick is going to get this eye to match that eye. You don't want to go too high. You don't want to go too low. So I bend my head back a bit and look down into the mirror, and I can kind of see where to stop. Okay, so I also look straight into the mirror. I could see that this one is a little bit higher on the side. So I'll go a little higher on the side. Okay, so they just about match. They're not perfect, but they just about match. I'm going to take a little blending brush. This one, it's kind of like a crease brush. It's a little bit more pointed, but it does have flared bristles, so you can blend out a little bit. And I'm just going to take a little bit of, let's go back, a little bit more of that orangey Coastal Scent shade, and just blend around the edges of it so it won't look so harsh. And it's okay if you erase a little bit of it. Remember, we're putting eyeshadow right on top of that. Alright, I'm going to be using the Stilazzi Spellbound Palette. That's what it looks like. I gave a few swatches on Instagram already. You need to be following me there. I'm going to go into the shade Blue Lagoon. There it is right there. And that's what I'm placing right on top of this gel liner. And I'm going to go around that shade just a little bit with the shade Midnight, which is a darker blue, but it's matte. And that is a gorgeous blue. I'm also going to put a little bit of glitter up there. This is from Urban Decay. It's a heavy metal glitter. It's in the shade Spandex. and it has a little bit of everything in there. Darker blues, a little bit of teal. So I'm just going to paint that on top. And it just takes the look up a notch. Not too much, just a notch. Alright guys, to darken up my lashes a bit, because I'm quite sure a little powder got on them, we're going to use some CoverGirl Peacock Mascara. And I am going to be applying a top lash. The lashes I'm going to be using are Velvet 59 lashes. They say luxury vegan lashes. I believe these came in a BoxyCharm. So I'm going to apply those and I'll be right back. Alright guys, we're moving on to our face. I'm using the MAC Prep and Prime. This is the Fix Plus Matte. And I'm applying this to my face before I do anything else. Now I heard that this is supposed to dry down. It's going to leave a little bit of a gray tone on your face. And then you apply stuff on top of it. That's what I heard. So let's let it dry down. Anything that's going to stop me from looking more oily, I'm all for it. So I'm still trying to give that a try and see how it works best. So I spray it on my face. I already had on moisturizer. I sprayed that. Then I put on my Becca primer. Alright, this is the Evermatte Poreless Priming Perfector. And I apply that to my most oily areas. And this also leaves a little gray or white tone to your face. It's supposed to when it dries down. That means it's working. Alright guys, under my eye areas are kind of dry. So I'm going to use the Professional. This is from Benefit. I had a little sample. And it's pretty silky smooth. So I'm going to put that underneath the eye area. I'm going to do a little bit of correcting using the LA Girl Pro Concealer in orange. Or the Pro Corrector. Right there. The brush that I used to do that was the Baked Kabuki F89 from Sigma. Love this brush. But my favorite face brush from Sigma is the Flat Kabuki F80. Love this one. This one was named like their best-selling brush. I do have an affiliate link for this, so if you want this brush, click the link below and get you 10% off. Or you can just use the code at checkout, TMC10. Alright, I'm going to be using CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made. This is in D80. This is the second to the last shade. Shaking that up a little bit. I'm going to put on some concealer. This is from Makeup Forever. Y49 is the shade. And I'm going to apply that under both eyes. And I believe this is a Real Techniques. What type of brush is this? Essential Foundation Brush. Alright guys, under my eyes I'm going to be using the Banana Illuminating Powder from Dermablend. I tried this out in another video and I really liked it. It gives you just a subtle glow on the cheek or wherever you apply it. So I'm going to apply just enough to set this under eye concealer in all the places I highlighted. I'm using a Stilazzi highlighting brush. Alright, I'm going to be using the Avon True Color Contour Stick, and this is in the shade Deep. I'm going to be using a Real Techniques Don't Shadow brush. That's what I like to use on my nose. Helps me to blend things out a little better there. Kind of blending up towards my eyebrow. Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. Alright guys, I'm going to be using Laura Mercier's translucent powder. This is in medium deep. Really love this. I put down my Lancome for this, so you guys know I have to love it. Very finely milled. It's a beautiful setting powder. Alright guys, I'm going to use my regular MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus to spray my face. So all of the powders and everything that's on there thus far can kind of melt together and do their thing. And I'm going to continue with my lower lash line. I'm not going to apply any black liner or anything down there. I think I'm just going to do some very pow lashes. We're going to use some Blink Lash Primer. And then we're going to go into some Butter London mascara. Okay, the Butter London mascara is called Oh My How High Lengthening Mascara. Kind of got to clean off the brush just a little bit. I like my brushes more dry. And you see what I'm getting from that. Gorgeous lashes. I'm cleaning off a little bit more of that mascara. Okay guys, so even though the banana powder gave me a little bit of a, you know, a light little glow in that area, I am going to go into the Pure Cosmetics Sculptor Palette. Looks like that. And this was also in a BoxyCharm. I think a lot of people of lighter complexions didn't like it because they felt like it was dark. I love it because it's dark. So, like I said, sometimes you just have a hit and a miss on there. I'm going to use this lighter shade. Well, I'm going to mix the two shades and put a little on my cheek and a little bit in the brow bone, a little bit in the inner corner here. Isn't that gorgeous? We're going to do another spray of Fix Plus. And I'm going to look for a lippy color. Okay, I'm going to be using the Nika K Bold Lip Liner. This one is in dark brown. All right, guys, we're gonna see if we like this one. This is from CoverGirl Queen Collection. This is in the shade Cakewalk. It's a liquid lipstick. do I want to add just a little bit of gloss? I think so. This is just, I think this is NYC Lip Shine. So just a clear lip gloss. So what do you guys think? Do we love it? Do we hate it? All right, I'm going to put my setting spray on now. This is from e.l.f. I'm almost done with this, so I'm using it up. Makeup Mist and Set. And I'm going to go throw on some hair, and I'll be right back with my completed look, so stay tuned. All right, guys, so this is your completed look. And I thank you guys so much for tuning in with me today. I do have a video on this wig. A lot of people ask me about this wig on Instagram and other places. I will have the link below. It's the same wig. I just brushed her out. I brushed out all of the curls and everything. So it's the same wig. All right. So that is it. Please give me a thumbs up if you like this tutorial. Please come over and follow me on Patreon and all of my other social media, especially Patreon if you like talk through long videos, all right? So I will talk to you guys in the next video. Cyber kisses. Subscribe if you haven't. Bye.